Hi everyone, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're watching from. So, yeah, our Nazimuddin sir is here, so he's going to continue the class.
Thank you very much. I think here the participant attended class. All are present. We can start the class. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank
How are
you
you?
again. Fine. Thank you very much. Thanks again for joining the class today. Okay, I like to start the class now. And before starting class, I like to know some feedback from you and some homework we have given to prepare yourself. And Cambridge passage number Cambridge 11, task 2, passes 2 and 3. We were supposed to prepare ourselves. Could you please explain, share your experience in terms of practicing yourself, the task 2, passes 2 and 3?
Sir, passage 3 is so hard because the meaning is very difficult, and passage 2 is okay, but I could not complete it 20 minutes. It needs 30 minutes.
So you need to spend 30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. I need to spend 20 minutes, but I take 30 minutes.
You took 30 minutes. Okay, no problem. How many questions you could correct?
In passage 2, 7. Passage 2, 7.
Passages 2 and 3. I like to ask you passages 2 from among passages 2 and 3. How many questions you were able to correct?
12. Only 12.
Only 12. Okay, only 12 you are able to correct. What 12 among there were 2 and 3, their total question were?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what about the total question in the passage?
14 to 40.
14. Okay.
There are 17 questions. 27 questions.
27 questions. Among 27 questions, you were not able to correct all sort of questions.
Yes, sir. Because
is it?
passage number 3 is so hard.
Passage 3 was so hard. That's why you face a struggle. I have told you. Generally, passage 3, passage 1 and 2 is quite easier, and third passage is harder. So you have to manage your time. You have to budget your time. That 1 and 2 passages and rapid possible time, if you are able to correct, will be better for you. And third one passages, you need long time, more than 20 minutes, 26 minutes, 25 minutes is enough. So things that why we face a struggle, because the word they use are very complicated. That's why we are facing a struggle. Secondly, synonym word they are using. Okay, Shaheen Alam, please. What's your feedback,
Yes,
Shaheen Alam?
Sir, I had an exam in my university. That's why I only would able to correct passage number 2, and I was able to correct 10 questions.
10 questions only, but you.
Okay. Yes, sir. And I have faced a massive problem about the heading missing. I tried several times, but I couldn't able to the right meanings. What is the right meaning?
Farid Jaman, what's your problem, Farid Jaman?
Yes, sir. I try to test myself. Two passages is easier than 3 passages, and I am able to correct among 27 questions, 17 questions only, sir.
17 question. How much time you need to spend for answering 17
30
question?
Sir, 35 minutes. More
For-
time, sir.
For both passes or only single passes?
Both passes, sir. Both passes.
Wow.
Okay. Well, you have done well. Arifa Akhtar, please. What's your experience, please? Arifa Akhtar. Arifa, please. Are you listening to me, Arifa?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have done a lot of mistakes. Like I corrected only maybe 12 or 13 because I need more time. Like if I read carefully, then it consumes a lot of time. I cannot finish like within 60 minutes. The whole.
Did you try following some technique? Wow, the text technique we
Yes.
discussed.
Last
And,
class I missed. I missed the last
okay.
class.
Okay.
Sorry,
So do
sir.
you have idea, strategy and technique how to find out answer very rapid possible time? Do you have some sort of idea?
Which I know I apply that. I missed the class, so I don't know about your.
Okay. I like to recommend you to learn some strategy which save your time because very important thing for reading your saving your time. Everyone this who practice, this who sit for reading exam, their main difficulty is that saving the time. So for saving time, very important thing for us to following the technique whatever we are discussing. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank
Mr.
you.
Raja, hi. Mr. Raja, what's your feedback, please? Raja, please. What's your feedback?
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Please.
Okay, sir. My feedback is, sir, this is the list of heading. All the questions I haven't yet completed. Just 9 questions I completed myself.
You could correct 9 question. How much time you spent for answering 9 questions?
Around 25 minutes, sir.
25 minutes. So in 25 minutes, could you did you able to read 2 passages or 26 question, 27 question?
No, sir. I read the only one. Not all. I didn't read only one passage at the last. And other than that,
you couldn't read one passage. That means in one passage you try. Was it?
Yes. Sir, only one thing I want to ask you about that. The beside the question, there are so many letters writing down A, B, C, or D. Sir,
Yeah.
I found like that.
This
only,
is today's class I am discussing about, this is called multiple choice. That means selecting correct answer. Today's class we are going to discuss. This is called multiple choice type question. In the multiple choice question, you have to choose one correct question or correct answer or 2 correct answer, sometimes 3 correct answer. Today's classes we are discussing, we will be discussed. Thank you, Mr. Raja. And Shakil Bijoy, what's your feedback, please? Shakil, Mr. Shakil Bijoy.
Sir, I answer only reading passages 2, and
Only you could do. Third one, didn't you try? Didn't you try to solve third one passage?
no, sir.
What's your problem? Did you?
Sir, I had another class today.
Oh, okay,
That
okay.
was project development class.
Did you manage your time? Could you manage your time in 20 minutes, or you could
No,
read
sir, no,
both
sir.
passages? How much time you need to? How much time you need to?
30 minutes, 30 to 32 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Salma, please. Salma, I like to know feedback from you. Salma,
Hello, yeah,
how are you, Salma?
I'm fine. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, please share your experience in terms of reading IELTS.
Yes, it's only 2 passages.
Did you try? Did you read the passage or did you understand the meaning of the passage?
Yeah, yes, I understand what's the process. And
What is
10 questions in 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Did you try to find out answer?
What?
Did you try to find out answer? Could you find out answer?
Sorry, I don't-
Question of the question answer. Did you find? Have you got
Yes.
answer?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
How many answer you got?
10 answer.
10 answer. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And now Salma have done good. Other ones, Raja, Shakil. Is there Shakil Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
Please tell me your problem, Shakil.
Sir,
Could you read?
Sir, firstly, I told you about my experience.
Okay, you have mentioned other one, Raja, Arifa, Jaman, Riyaz, Mr. Riyaz. Mr. Riyaz MA High. Raja MA High. Okay, Raja. Salma, Shakil. Okay, thank you. Now we are going to solve today's passage. Okay, are you seeing the screen, the passage, question
Yes, sir.
type?
Yes, sir.
What kinds of question it is?
List of headings.
Okay, list of heading. What we should do? Should we start from list of the heading or other type?
Yes, sir.
Other types, sir.
Okay, now let's go to other type of question. What kinds of question you are seeing in the past?
Fill in the gaps, fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blanks, and
Sir.
this is called, yes.
Sir, question 25 and 26, I have got problem.
Okay, we are discussing 25 and 26. 25 and 26 is multiple choice. That means you have to select 2 or 3 or 1 correct answer among multiple answer. You have to choose 2, 3. Indication is there is 2 answer have to choice. 2 answers should be choice from A, B, C, D, E. This is called multiple choice. We will discuss.
Sir,
Before discussing.
Sir, in this question, 25 and 26, they do not mention which is 25, which is 26. So we should select the correct answer. But the organization.
Exactly, you have to select. You have to select correct A, B, or A, D, or A, C. Any 2 correct. Any 2 letter.
But there
A,
is no
D, A, B.
that is not need to be organized.
No need to be sequenced that A should be begin here, B should be later. No, any 2 order need to be correct. A, C, A, B, any 2 correct answer. And in terms of answering multiple choice, we have to follow one thing, that the main point of questions. What is the main point of question? If you are able to sort out main point of question, then what the question require from you, go to the passage, read the line, read the passage, and you can understand which one is correct. Go next, you have to come to the multiple answer and A, B, C, D, E, F. Which one is correct? We will discuss today. Before discussing, now we like to know how you could find answer from fill in the blanks. I like to request a person from here, a person like Mr. Kabir, please. Kabir, could you please share your experience to find answer from fill in the blanks? Which technique did you follow?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Kabir, please.
Sir, at first I have to read the sentence and I have to find a keyword, and after using that keyword, I need to find the meaning of that sentence.
When you find keyword, then you can go to the passage and
Yes,
which
yes,
word
yes,
is
sir.
missing. Now, please read the question and tell me the key points.
That means the first sentence.
Yeah, first sentence.
Diamond believes.
Yeah, Diamond believe that the read. Keep reading.
Okay, sir. Diamond believes that the Polynesian settlers on Rapa Nui destroyed
Group or
his
Rapa Nui,
forest. Rapa Nui
destroy the
destroyed
forest.
forest,
The
cutting
forest,
down its
cutting
trees
down
for fuel and cleaning. Clearing
cleaning
fuel and cleaning,
land for
clearing land
dash
for dash
blank.
for
So
blank.
and you understand, you must understand diamond. What thing we have to find? Diamond, some person, diamond,
Yes,
a
sir.
person. Diamond think that the Polynesian, that means some nation of Polynesian settler on Rapa Nui. Rapa Nui is a place. They have destroyed the forest. Then cut down the tree.
Cutting down trees for
Cutting the
fuel
tree for oil
and clearing
cleaning
land
land
for something. Land for something. Then I have to
clearing
find for what? For what?
Now what thing we have to find in the passage from the beginning? Which word you will stop to reading? Which word you will stop reading?
Diamond.
Rapa Nui, and maybe the Rapa Nui will be the common word in every passage. That's why I have to find the diamond
belief.
word.
Diamond.
Belief. Please stop the line in the paragraph where you find diamond belief. Read the line. Focus the line.
Paragraph B.
Paragraph
Paragraph
B. Fifth line.
Could you read the line? Could you read the line where you find
Okay, sir.
paragraph B?
It's in
Only after the Polynesians
line.
arrived.
Only after the Polynesian arrived did those forests disappear. U.S. scientist Jared Diamond believed that the Rapa Nui people,
Believe that
descendants of Polynesian settlers, with their
wreck their own environment and keep reading. They had unfortunately settled on the extremely fragile island, dry, cold, and too remote to be properly fertile by wind-blown volcanic ash. When the islander cleaned the forest for firewood and farming. So you get some information that
Yes,
the
sir.
line you have the settler islander clean the forest for firewood and farming. Why they clean it? Now we can go to the question.
We use one word, so we use farming.
Why they clean the one word? They could for fire and farming.
Yes, sir.
Here the clean for fire, for land for fire and farming. Which answer will be correct? Fire or farming? Which one?
Farming, sir. Farming. That means fire is
Farming,
relevant to equal to almost fuel. It is a synonym of
Fuel.
Firstly, it tells
Fuel.
for fuel. It means fire.
Fire.
That means the word should be farming.
Thank you. Now, now you can read the next line of the question.
Okay, so 20th century discoveries of pollen prove that Rapa Nui had once been covered in palm forest, which had turned into grassland by the time of European arrival on the island. When the islanders were no longer able to build the dash, they needed
when the islander no longer
able to build
the blank dash, they needed to go for fishing. Now here is a main word is fishing. Islander, when the islander were no longer able to build, what thing they are no longer able to build? That's why they needed to go for fishing. Now we have to go in this paragraph, and where they mention about the fishing.
Yes,
some
I
paragraph
think,
number B.
European arrived. I think in paragraph B, when the European arrived on grassland, only On
As trees
F2,
becomes
Just
becomes
trees from
research found fallen
when the
apparatus
islander cleared the forest, as trees
which
become
proved
As
that the
tree
island has
became,
been
as
covered
tree,
by
please,
lush
the line, as tree become the scarred and they could no longer construct. That means they did not construct, they did not build. Construct means build. Wooden cons
Canoes.
for fishing. Wooden canoes for
Canoes.
fishing. So now we got some information.
Yes,
What
sir.
they did not build, what they did not construct it.
canoes.
Canoes.
Canoes. Okay, they could not build the canoes because wooden cannot be right. They mention only one word. That's why canoes. Now,
canoes.
question number 13. Keep reading. Question number 13.
23rd.
23rd. Okay. 23rd.
They
Okay.
needed to. Okay, they began using the islands dash as a food source.
They began using the island dash then blank as a food chores
Source
according to the
to diamond.
diamond. According to the diamond. Now we can have some same paragraph,
Yes,
some
sir.
main thing, same paragraph.
After
Okay, which
finishing,
line
sir,
you
canoes for finishing, then they ate birds.
yes, right. Fishing the bird, they add birds,
They ate
soil,
birds.
erosion decrease their crop yield. Before European arrived, the Rupanoi had descent into civil war. So we found some here. We found some information here. As a tree believed that they could not no longer constructed wooden canoes for fishing. They ate. That's why they ate bark, soil erosion. Soil erosion decreased their crop yield. Before European arrived, the Rupanoi had descended into civil war. And okay, now we can find answer. Going to the questions, which is missing? Which word is missing? You have think which word is missing here?
Birds, because they began to
Which
using the
word
birds as a food source. And some of the birds.
Okay, they began using island as a food source. What did they use? Birds.
Yes, sir, birds. Because they ate birds.
Yeah. Not they when they go for fishing, they did not have something. Just they had to
That's why
eat birds.
they use food use birds as a food source.
Food source. Okay. Next question. Read next question.
Okay.
According to the
Okay.
diamond. Please.
Okay, Diamond also claims that the Moai were built to show the power of the island's chieftains, chieftains, and that the methods of transporting status needed
only
not only a great number of people, but also a great deal of dash.
Okay,
Great deal of
now we
not only transferring the
great
status.
number of people, but also great deal of. Now we can go to the passage and the same paragraph.
Transporting
You can read same paragraph for answering the question. Where you have the answer, please.
Sir, passage 3.
Passage number C, sir.
Passage number
C.
C.
Okay.
Passage number C.
River chieftains.
Could you read, please? Could you read the line, please?
Sir, Diamond thinks they laid the Moai on wooden sledges, hauled over log rails, but that required both a lot of wood and a lot of people. To feed the people.
Okay, lot of wood.
Load and lot of people.
Lot of people.
People also great deal of. So which will be answer? Wood.
Answer to wood, sir.
Because
lot of wood.
In the question, they mention lot of people. So we need lot of wood.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Would will be answer. So would
Yes, sir.
will
There
be
is information
answer.
about people in the question.
I like to ask Arifa. Arifa, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So are you familiar with the technique solving fill in the blanks?
Yes, sir.
We are in
Yes.
same paragraph. In same paragraph, we found all answer.
Yes.
I think you understood.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
follow this strategy in same paragraph, if you are able to find main thing of the questions in same paragraph, we could find all answer. Now
Yes,
I
sir.
am talking about the multiple choice. Now I am talking about multiple choice. Multiple choice, we everyone know. That means we need to choose one or two or three correct answer among 4, 5, as they mentioned. I think you are seeing in the screen some question. This is called multiple choice.
Yes.
Question 25 and 26. And
Yes.
choice two letter, that means two answer correct among A and E. So finding this sort of question, we need to follow some strategy. A strategy is that read the question very carefully. If you understand the question well, you can find the main theme of the question. Please, Arifa, could you read the question number 26, the main question? What points?
Yes. What points do Hunt and Lipo disagree with Diamond?
Okay, some point Lip and Hunt 2% disagree
With Diamond.
with the Diamond. So now you can find some information. You have to go to the passage where you find Lip
And Lip
Hunt
I have
and
to
Lip
find the person name,
are
Hunt
not
and Lipo.
agree with Diamond. Now
Yes,
can you go to the passage where
yes, in number
can
E. I
have
think in number E.
passage?
E number
Okay,
paragraph, Hunt and Lipo contend that Mawai building was an activity that helped keep the peace between Icelanders. They also believe that moving the Mawai required few people and no wood, but Diamond thinks that it required a lot of wood and a lot of people, but they think only people, no wood. Hello?
So have you found some contradictory?
Yes, yes.
Have you got some contradiction? Some
Yes,
point,
sir.
2 point you
One
need
is
to answer. 2 point. Answer should be 2. Keep reading more thing. Two information you need to read. Keep reading more thing.
on that issue. Hunt and Lipo say
Keep reading more.
Archaeological evidence backs up Rapanui folklore. Recent experiments indicate that a few as 18 people could, with 3 strong ropes and a bit of practice, easily maneuver a 1,000 kg Mawai replica a few hundred meters. The figures that bellies titled them forward, and a D-shaped base allowed handlers to roll and rock them side to side.
So you got enough information. Now you can choose 2 correct answer. Among 4 or 5, you have to got 2 correct answer. That is contradictory with Diamond and Hunt and Lipo. Which one? A, B, C, D.
One is
Which 2 correct?
One is B, and other I think D.
Not D. Number C. Read. In fact of
In fact,
Moi.
yeah, yes.
Sir,
In fact of the.
Sir, if we got the answer number C, we have to read the para number D. Then we got the answer number C.
Okay, we
Sir,
will
here
make
only.
There is also another comment, Hunt and Lipo.
Okay, we can read number D. D. Okay. Please, number D. Start reading number D.
Archaeologist Terry Hunt of the University of Hawaii and Carl Lipo of California State University agree that Easter Iceland lost its lush forest and that it was an ecological catastrophe. But they believe the Icelander themselves weren't to blame, and the Maui certainly weren't. Archaeological excavations indicate that the Rapa Nui went to heroic efforts to protect the resources of their windlashed infertile fields. They built thousands of circular stone windbreaks and gardened inside them and used broken volcanic rocks to keep the soil moist. In short, Hunt and Lipo argue the prehistoric Rapa Nui were pioneers of sustainable farming.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Shaheen Alam. Where you got
Yes.
the conductory of the diamond in the
Sir,
paragraph D?
Paragraph D, line number 3. But they believe
Yes.
the islander themselves were not to blame, and the Moai certainly were not. The answer is and the Moai certainly were not. If the Moai
Okay, and are you sure? Are you sure with the contradiction? That means the not agree, which is not agree by diamond.
yes, sir.
Our question, which one, which line you confirm that this is not agreed by diamond? Which line?
Yeah, paragraph number C, Diamond said that there was a Moai and it need to lot of transported, it need to lots of people and wood. But in paragraph number D, Hunt disagree that he doubt about that the one not the Moai.
Okay, so we got answer. Is technique is that again I am talking about this. This is called multiple choice. Multiple choice mean you have to choice one or two, or here indication is choice two letter, two answer. So answer can be right in any order. You can write, so answer 25 will be B, 26 will be C. This is the order you can follow: 25B, 26E, or you can write 25 is C or 26 is B. You can write in any order, no problem. So I think you understand well. Now we can go to the finding list of heading. And this is called list of heading. As we discussed in the last classes, list of heading, Mr. Shaheen Alam face struggle or
Lots of
what's your name, please?
Shaheen Alam.
Okay, now Shaheen Alam or other ones, everyone are facing the struggle of list of heading. I like to know what technique.
Sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, would you please
Please.
explain the 25 again?
Yes, sir. I didn't understand because
I didn't
here
understand
how it
which
explained
line.
that the impact of Maui on
Yes,
Rapa
sir.
Nui society. Here
Okay,
is nothing
impact
about
of
the impact.
Okay, now we have to go to the again the question paragraph number and passage number D. If you read the passage number D, you have to find one thing that contradictory, some sort of thing points with the diamond and Hunt. So you can start reading paragraph number D, or before reading D, you can start from number C. Here we can find some by 19th century the not where the pavings Moi were diamonds in part terms as power destroy rival pests and who were trapped. Complete bill over. Then they had a Moi wooden stabbit. Lots of people to feed the poor. We finished reading this one. Now we go to the paragraph D and E. Convinced that the settled wood or the constant was settled as tree, found that society. Okay, could you read the quick paragraph number F, please. And please, what's your name? Shakil Bijoy, please.
Moreover, Hunt and Lippo are convinced that the settlers were not
Settler
wholly,
are not
wholly
responsible for
responsible for the loss of the island's trees. Archaeological
aqueducts,
finds
the knot from the
of nuts from the extinct
Mhm.
Easter Island palm shortini groups
now,
made
yes,
by the teeth of
crops
Polynesian
made by the
rats.
Polynesian red. The red arrived along with the
With
settler.
the settlers
The
and in just a few years, Hunt and Lippo calculate they would have
Hunt and
overrun
Lippo
the island.
islands, and they would have prevented the repeating the sword. Now we have to go to the controversy one with the diamonds. Which line have you find diamond, please?
Diamond
In
number
paragraph
C.
So paragraph C, Diamond interrupts them as power displaced
Yes.
by rival
Yes.
chieftains who, trapped on a remote little island, lacked
Yes.
other ways of asserting their dominance. They competed by building ever bigger figures. Diamond thinks they laid the Moai on wooden sleds, hauled over log rails, but that required both a lot of wood and a lot of people. To feed the people,
Okay, this is the these are the
information. So a
statement
lot
of
of wood.
diamonds. Now we have to read the some controversy. In paragraph D, you find some controversy. D and E, you have some controversy with diamond. Read the line of controversy with diamond.
Sir, archaeologist Terry Hunt of the University of Hawaii and Carl Lippo of California State University agreed that Easter Island lost its last forest and that it was an ecological catastrophe. But they believed the islanders themselves weren't to blame, and the Moai certainly weren't.
Indicate that the Rapa Nui was historical effort upon chose their Wind Island settlers field. They built thousands of circular stone withdraws and graded island dams. Use block and the statement. Most of the short happened. Loy urged that, and Hunt and Lipu urged that the Rapa Nui were pioneer of sustainable farming.
Of
And
sustainable
number E and F is clear. The number E, Hunt Rupanoi, the Moy building was activity then the help keep peace between the islander. They also believe that moving Moys equal to the say archaeological evidence back to the Rupanoi fall. Recent experiments practiced recently mobs 1,000 kilogram Moys replica a few hundred meter. The figures fate believe the settler from the one that these settlers allow hundreds of roy. Number F, you have some Hunt and Ropa. Number F, there is a Hunt and Ropa. Ripu are convinced the settler were not only responsible for the loss of land tree. Archaeological find of not from the trade were arrived to the settler. And just a few years, Hunt and Rupanoi, Hunt and Lipu calculated they would have overturned the island. That means they come again island. They would have represented the receding, the slow going palm tree. And now we can have the question again. The question again, the choice. And you have the question number B, we correct. In fact of the Moy on Rupanoi society, this number paragraph A, that they have contradictory with the diamond that in fact of Moy, that mean Moy people, how they living here. Or if you read the question, how the Moy were carved is not matching. And organ of the people were made Moy is not matching. Number C is the indirectly matching the paragraph E and F. We are understanding indirectly that in fact of Moy, how they are living. In fact of Moy on Rupa Noi society. In E and F, they 2% have discussing about this, but this statement is not matching with the diamond. And this is not currently directly they are mentioning indirectly something, the paragraph number E and F. They are talking about the people lifestyle and how they are settling over there, how they are doing the two people, but this statement is not matching with the diamond.
Sir, Mawai, it's here the statue they were building.
Yes, Mawai is a design some people's society. A statue they are building is and which is some decent peoples. The some group of people they are living in the islands. Some group or okay. Which line you are talking? A statue? Is it a statue, Mawais?
Is the first paragraph number A.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is a statue. Okay. Okay. Paragraph number
Yes,
hundreds of
so
the.
it's about the impact of a statue or of Rapa Nui society on that people. I think
Okay,
it's
okay, right.
number
Statue,
S.
right? A statue. All right. Okay. Now we get. You can have the answer is in this way, but you have to read very carefully. Or if you are wasting your time, you have to leave the questions. Now we have to go. We need to go the multiple choice before
Sir,
starting.
I think if you do the list of headings here, it will be better.
Okay, I am doing. I am answering correct. Before answering, I like to mention some sort of thing. The thing is that first of all we have to read the heading one after one. Then we can go to the paragraph A, B, C, D, and we need to remember all the headings very clearly. And the technique is that when you go to paragraph A, read the first two lines, or if the paragraph is larger, you can read 2-3 lines beginning of the paragraph, and 1 or 2 line ending of the paragraph. If the paragraph is shorter, you have to read whole the paragraph. Now we start reading the paragraph heading. Heading are that the evidence of innovation environment management practice. Innovative environment, evidence of innovative environment management project. You have to understand what does it mean. The main point is evidence of innovative environment management project, number 1. Number 2, an undisputed answer to the question about the MOI. You understand, undisputed answer to the question of the MOI. Number 3, the future of MOI statue. This is about talking about statue, future statue. And number 4, a theory which support a local belief. Here is talking about theory which support a local belief. This is about the talking theory. And number 5, future of Easter Island. This main thing is Easter Island. We have to remember about the Easter Island, the main points. Number 6, 2 opposing view about the Rapa Nui people, 2 view. We have to remember the 2 view. And the destruction of outside the inhabitant of control. We have to talk about the destruction of control. And then we can go to the next one. How the statue made a situation worse. You have to remember how a statue made situation very bad or worse. Last one, diminishing food resource, diminishing or destructing food resource. Here some key point we read and we have to remember. Then we can go to the paragraph. Okay, paragraph number A, and better to read question 2 line or 3 line of the paragraph A. Then we can understand which is missing. If the paragraph is larger, you can read 3 lines or last lines. Now we can start reading. On Easter Island of Rapa Nui, as known as locally is home of several hundred ancient human statues. We understood. It's talking about the Rupanoi. On Rupanoi, there's a human statue. The Moi, after the remote Pacific island were settled by the Polynesians, it remained isolated for centuries. All the energy and thought that went into the Moi, some of which are 10 meters tall and weight about 7,000 kilos, come from island itself. Yet when Dutch explorers landed in 1722, they met a Stone Age culture. So now we got some information about Moi or Rupanais people. They made a statue, and we can have go to the again to the question or heading.
Headings.
We got some information. Now we can have, if we have remember 2 or 3 lines, we got some about the Moi. They are Moi. It is represented by a statue. This and Polynesian they made, and weight, it was weight 700 kilo. Islander, Dutch explorer. Now something we can have. Now A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we have remember, we can understand which one is correct. Number A is evidence. Innovated environments, management practice is not matching. Number 2, an undisputed answer to our question about Moi is not matching. And disputed answer, a question about Moi, I think is matching, because an undisputed answer to the question, if you ask Moi, that means explanation of Moi, it is being clear. Indirectly mentioned undisputed answer to the question about Moi, means explanation of Moi. In paragraph A, we understood clearly. It is clear to understand that. Paragraph A give us some information about the explanation about Moi. 2 lines is enough. Again, I like to mention, read. And Easter Island, Rupanoi, as known as locally, is home of several hundred ancient human statues. The Moi, after the remote Pacific island was settled by the Polynesians, it remained isolated for centuries. All the energy and the choices that went into the Moi, some of which are 10 meters tall and wide about 7,000 kilometers, come from the island. So this is about the explanation about Moi, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So answer should be which one answer? Question number 2. 2 is that we look at the 2 questions.
Sir, but undisputed means, sir, is unclear, right? That
undisputed, yes, undisputed.
Dispute means
undisputed. That means that
undisputed means clear.
yes. Disputed means there is a confusion.
No complaint.
When and undisputed means a clear answer.
Clear. Dispute mean unclear. Undisputed mean clear information.
okay,
Dispute means some hassle something. And undisputed mean that this is not hassle, that no conflicts about some things. This is not conflicts and unconflicts and undoubt. So it easily you can say this is explanation about the Rupa, about the Moi, isn't it?
yes, sir.
2 line is enough, 2 or 3 line is enough, but you have to remember the heading. Now question paragraph number B, how we are finding answer. B, we can read. I will read or you will read this. I will read the answer, paragraph B, or you will.
If better you read it, I can
Okay.
get it clearly.
When the just two line understand, when the European arrived, that means some time of European arrived, Rupa Noi was on grassland with only few scardy tree. In 1970 century or 1980 century, though the charger found fallen preserved in lake sediment, which proved the island had been covered in large plum forest a thousand years. Only after the Polynesians arrived did those forests disappear. US scientist George Diamond believed that the Rupa Noi people, descendant of Polynesian turtle, wax their own environments. This is enough. We got some information. That means, what does it mean? It does mean about the time of Rupa Noi when they settle here, the descent settle in theirs, and some American scientists believe their lifestyle. They found unfortunately settle on the extremely frugal environment, dry, cold. Here we are getting some information about the people's lifestyle. They settle time where they when they settle there. Now we can have some information regarding this, and where we have some the heading in here. Okay, we have some. We answer one is not matching. Question one is not matching. Understood is we have closed it. Future of Moy is not matching. Future of Moy is not. There is no future. Theory which supported local belief is not matching. Future of Eastern Isle is not matching. Two opposing view. There is no view of people. Destruction of outside of inhabitant control. Destruction of outside inhabitant control is not matching. How the statue made is worse. Statues made is was not, but last one is matching. Diminishing the
food resource.
Diminishing food source. We can have some information in here. We have the paragraph in here, some sort of things. Line is that the wet environment they had unfortunately turtle and extremely fragile and dry, cool, too remote, too probably.
But the answer is not remaining in two lines. It needs more lines.
Yes, sir.
Okay, more lines.
For,
and in the last
answering
line
B, we need to read whole paragraph.
Yes, sir.
More paragraph or last
we also
two
try
lines.
to answer just two lines, but we cannot find the answer. When we match the answer,
two lines. Short paragraph is enough, two lines. But if the paragraph is larger, until you are getting main information, main themes. But if you read the heading fast, then you can understand that whether we are able to matching that. But some larger paragraph, we need to read more lines until we are getting clear information regarding the pieces. This is not right that only two lines is enough. Sometime, if you read the before clearly heading, then you can understand whether you are finding answer or not. Larger paragraph, we suggest to read more line, 2-3 line, or last 2 line or 3 lines, last lines. But in here, in beginningly, you're not getting some information. In the middle of the paragraph, dry, cool weather to remote, probably fertile, and when islander clear the lands. Here, last line you can have constructed wooden corns, fishing. They ate birds, so soil erosion decreased their crop yield. Before European arrived, Rupa Noi had descended. So in the last line, you are getting some information. But you have to remember, when you are not, until you are not matching some sort of thing with the headings, keep readings. But one thing for big paragraph number B, you read earlier the paragraph number B. That's why you have remember and in terms of finding other answer. So that's why we recommended to read other question. You have some idea about the paragraph B. That's why you could match. Now paragraph C. Did you read the paragraph C earlier?
Yes, sir.
So in terms of reading paragraph C earlier, you have some idea. What did idea have you gathered, or you start reading again paragraph C? You have some idea. Again, I am reading the paragraph C. The more they think, the more he thinks.
Sir,
Accelerated the self.
he means sir
He means
diamond.
paragraph B. There is some person.
No, sir.
Some
Yeah.
person in
Paragraph C, the Moai, he thinks.
He
Which
thinks
refers
he indicated the
is-
diamond, sir.
he indicated
It is
the
the
diamond,
It
diamond,
is the-
diamond in the last paragraph.
Okay.
Paragraph B, there's a diamond right, diamond. He mean diamond. He think accelerated the self-destruction. Diamond interrupt them a power display by arrival ship train who trapped on a remote little island. And lake their way of asserting their dominance. They competed by building over bigger figures. Diamond thing they lit a moi they lit the moi on wooden stage, wooden cells, had overlook, and even more land had to clear. Now this paragraph is shorter, so you can read whole the paragraph. And something you got idea about the moi and diamond bleep. This thing they competed by building over bigger figure. Diamond thing they laid the moi on wooden slate, held it over logs, rail, but the require both of lot wood and lots of people to feed the people. Even more land had been cleared. When the wood was gone, civil war began. When the wood was gone, the civil war began. The islander began to toppling the moi. By the 19th century, none were standing. So full paragraph we got something we are finding the answer. Which one? The answer you got, you have to make it cross, that you don't need to read again. Now we have to read some option here, which is matching.
Three, sir. The future of the Moai statue.
No, not 3. And answer number 8 may be matching. How the statue made the situation worse. How the statue made a situation worse. It is called about the statue made the situation very bad. And a statue, you can read again. The statue made the situation very bad. Situation very bad. You can read again paragraph C. Moi, he thinks, accelerated the self-destruction. Diamond and interrupt them as power display by viable shipments who trapped into a remote little island, lake their way of exerting their demands. Diamonds. They competed by building a bigger figure. Diamond thing they lead to. They lit moi on wooden sledge, hauled it over log, even more rail, but require both of lots wood and lots of people. To feed the people, even more land had to be clear. When the wood was gone, the civil war began, the islander began to toppling the Moy. By the 19th century, none were standing. Now, I think it's answer. It is matching clearly.
8.
Number 8. How the settler made our situation worse. Here, the settler, how they are making the environment so bad, so worse.
Sir, how
Very
the
bad. Yeah.
statues made the situation worse, it indicates.
Okay, how the statue made the
Yes.
made our situation very worse.
Sir,
This is
you-
Sir,
very
sir,
when the
problem,
wood was gone and civil war began, the
Sir.
islanders began toppling the Moai.
sir, problem
Okay,
is
top-
that, sir, problem is that now I know the answer. That's why I am sure about the number 8 is the answer. But when I firstly typed that, but that time I feel so many confusion.
Because this passage
That's
is
why I have told that don't start trying answer list of the heading beginningly. Before finding, you have to get some idea in terms of finding other answer. We solve other answer, then we got some idea about the paragraph B, paragraph C, paragraph D. We are already have written, we already have read all paragraph.
Yes.
So we gather some idea, then if you start beginningly, you must face confused.
No, sir.
you-
That time I was following that strategy. First time I did the fill in the blanks and the multiple choice, and after that I was read the list headings. But problem is that when I was reading any type of para that time, and after I came to the list of headings and I matched the headings, I get lots of confusion. Who is the answers?
So
That time I remain.
because, sir,
I-
in this question, the passage is not clear idea about the situation also.
Decision.
Yes, sir.
And
okay, some
if I
sort of
re-
okay, Shaheen, along one things you have to remember, among 5 questions or 6 questions or 7 questions, you can find 2 or 3 very complicated, very confused. When you find some confused, you have to leave this one. If you waste your time by reading once and once again and again, so you are wasting your time. So I recommend you among 5, 6 or 7, when you have lots of questions in terms of list of the headings, easily you can find 2, 3 easily you can find. But rest of the 2, 1 question, you may have some conflicts, may have some confused that it is not matching. So I recommend you to leave this one. If you have time at your hand, ending of the exams, now you can come again with the confused one. So don't waste your times, but try to some things find easily. That's why I recommend you. And when you read other question, when you find other question, you can have some idea about paragraph A, B, C, D. Or and moreover, if you have some conflicts about this thing that is not matching, leave 2 or 3 question no matter. You may have time at your hand. Now come again to solve this one. Some sort of thing you have to face, because reading some passages you cannot understand. That's why leave some conflicts one. Don't worry. Some conflict 2, 3 question, leave one. Then you, in ending of the question, ending of the test, you have some time. Then you come back again the conflicts one. Okay. Now we will try the later one. Paragraph number
D.
D. We can try number D paragraph. And this is a short paragraph. We have to read the whole paragraph. Then you can get idea. Before reading, we had idea about the D. In the D paragraph, we read about the ecologists hunt, the 30 hunt of University of Hawaii, called Lippy, California State University, agreed that the Easter Island load of the last forest, that was it was an ecological catastrophe. But they believe the islander themselves were not to blame, and the Moi certainly were not. Archaeological excavation indicate that the Rapa Nui went to the heroic effort to protest the rituals of their once less infertile land. They built thousands of circular stone windbreak granted inside them, used broken volcanic rock to keep the soil moist. In short, Hunt and Lippo agree the Rapa Nui were pioneer of sustainable farming. So we can got all paragraph we can read because this is one shorter one. And which one we try to matching here. That's one we are leaving here. Number D, evidence of innovative environment management practice. We got some evidence of innovative. They invented something innovative environment. Here some we have innovative environment. That forest, it was an archaeological catastrophe. Believe Islander themselves were not to blame. Moi certainly were not. Archaeological excavations indicate that the Rapa Nui went to heroic effort to protect the chose their land choices infertile and use broken volcanic rocks to keep soil. They are using some sort of thing that it has some evidence that innovative. They invented something to protect the environmental hazard like a catastrophic. And here you have some points that whole paragraph. So answer is number 1, evidence of innovative environment management project. Now we can go to the next paragraph.
Sir,
yes,
they built thousands of circular stone windbreaks and gardens inside them and used broken volcanic rocks to keep the soil moist. Sir, that line refers to number 1, evidence of innovative environment management practice.
exactly right. So same thing, same way we can answer the paragraph E is a shorter, you can read, or you have some idea about paragraph E. If you have some idea, you don't have to read again. If you don't have idea, you can read again. Hans and Lupa, Hans and Lupa contended that the Moi building was an activity that helped keep the peace between islanders. They also believed that moving on to the Moi required few people and no wood because they were worked upright on that issue. Hunt and Lipu say archaeological evidence backed up Rapa Nui folklore. Recent experiments indicate that as few as 18 people could, with 3 strong roots and a bite of practice easily divorced 1,000 kilometer Moi Lika a few hundred meters. The figure faithfully treated them forward, and a D-sharp base allowed handler to rule and rock them side to side. So you have some information about it. We can go to the question again, which is matching.
Sir,
We have some.
If we read a short paragraph, whole paragraph, like 3 paragraph, it needs more time.
No, and we read because we had some idea. That's why we rapidly read it one. The paragraph is shorter. because when you read the paragraph shorter one, when you read again second time, you don't need to spend more time because you are reading second time. First time you read to answer other question. That's why rapidly you are answering, you are reading. Or but shorter paragraph, you have to read whole paragraph. Shorter one. Larger one, 2-line beginning, 3-line beginning, or last line beginning. Now, which one is we are matching here? Question number E, number 1, number E. Which one is matching?
For a theory, we support a local.
A theory we support a local belief. This is about the talking about the theory. They are talking theory about the theory. The local people believe the theory. It's about now, and you can have next one.
Sir, which line? Sir, which line
In-
indicates the
In second line.
In this case, in this para, only 2 words indicate the answer. But how could possible? Only
Which one?
two paragraph number.
Not 2 what? You read all the paragraph. The
No,
last
sir.
one.
Yes, sir. But here is the indicated only 2 words because they were worked upright. This is the line indicate the local belief.
belief?
So how?
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes, sir. How is that possible? So why not we will get the answer? It's made me crazy, sir.
No. I didn't understand you. You just thing is here the theory we support a theory we support a local belief, and you hands up they also believe the moving moi require a few people and no wood they were walked upright. On that issue, Hunt and Lipu say archaeological evidence back to Rupa Noi folklore.
Yes,
Recent experiments indicate that as a few 18 people could, which three strong ropey and a bite of practice easily movables 1,000 kilometer Moi replica a few hundred meter. Here you have some idea about the theory, and from the beginning you are talking about the theory. They are believe that this theory and
in this line, on that issue, Lipo say archaeological evidence backup Rapnai folklore. This support the local people, and the theory is upper line.
okay. Now we can move on. Next one question. This is the technique. Now we have to go to the paragraph F, paragraph number F. And moreover, Hunt and Lipu are convinced. This is about the large one we have read earlier. Convinced that the settlers were not wholly responsible for the loss of all entry. Archaeological find not from the extinct Esther Island flams show the tiny groups made by the teeth of Polynesians. Red they made from the red. Red arrived. It's talking about some things. Red arrived along with the settlers. Red came with the settler, and just a few years, Hunt and Lipu calculated they would have overturned the islands. They would be prevented. They would have prevented the receding, slow-growing palm tree and theory of thereby dumped Rupa nut forest, even without a settler campaigns of deforestation. No doubt, this is enough. Half of the paragraph is the larger one is enough. Now we can move to the question again. And rest one, which is the rest one question we can have to charge, which is rest one. Question again. Okay, breakdown number F. You can go to the read the question again. Which one is matching? How the statue not matching? And is it deforestation here?
Sir, here the first line matching here.
Destruction outside of the
Yes, sir.
inhabited.
Yes, sir. Yes. Moreover, Hunt and Lipo are convinced that the settlers were not wholly responsible for the loss of the island's trees. The island trees here never take care of the island trees. So here the indicate the number 8. How the
Settlers were not worried.
No, sir. No, sir. 7. Number 7.
Number 7.
Destruction outside the inhabitants' control, sir. Number 7, sir. Destruction
Okay.
outside the inhabitants'
Number
control.
destruction outside. Right. So where you confirm? Yes. Shaheen.
Brother, can you explain it again? How would you confirm it?
Yes, here it says that they think its population grew rapidly and then remained more or less stable until the arrival of the Europeans, who introduced deadly disease to which Icelanders had no immunity. Like they bring a disease and that's why they died, because they had no immunity. It's like that. Maybe.
Okay, destruction outside of the inhabitant control. They
It's the
outside
yeah,
of
it's not it's not the Rapa Nui people, it's the outside, because
outside,
of the disease they died, which bring by Europeans.
Okay, now we can have other one. The last one is very simple. And Hunt and Lipo is very short one. Hunt and Lipo basins, therefore, is one of an island populated by peaceful and ingenious, bold and careful settlers of the land, whether they had reckless destroyed running their own environment society, rather than the case of an object future, Rupa Noi, an unlikely story of success. They claim, whichever is the case, there are surely some valuable lesson which the world at last can learn from the story of Rupa Noi. So it is very short one. We have some rest answer is very easy to find. Rest one is answer. Remaining answer is that. At UV is not matching. Two oppositing here is the two oppositing.
Two opposing views
about the Rupa Noi people. Here 7 questions, but among 7 we have some 2 or 3 questions very complicated. So the question are very complicated. You have to leave this one and take time. Rest of your test you move again. Then you can do. But all questions are not easier. Some question will be harder. The harder one we have to leave one beginningly. And ending of the test, you can move again to write down. But here, list of the heading, you have to gather some idea about this all passages answering other type of question. We got idea, but keep reading once and at once you cannot improve. You have to reading one after one, then you can do better. Now we have to go to the other passages. The passage is about this last one, neurologist or other, and last passage same thing Neuroaesthetics is the neurology, about the neurology. This is about science, medical science. Now we have to move the question fast. Same thing, this is about multiple choice. In terms of answering multiple choice, one thing we can do, read the question fast, then try to go to the passage. When you understand here is some easy thing, paragraph number 1, paragraph number 2, they must mention in second paragraph, in first paragraph, so it will be more easier for us to find out answer. And we can move to the question fast. In the question number 27, in the second paragraph, the writer refer to a shape of matching test in order to illustrate. And here some main thing. Writer in the second paragraph, writer refer to a shape, that means a shape they are is referring, matching with test in order to illustrate. So you have to find in the second paragraph, what did the writer say about test illustrating? Now go to paragraph number 7. This is second paragraph. Please read second paragraph, then stop the line where you find the writer refer about the test illustration. Please, Shaheen, please start reading. Paragraph number 7. Read the line where you can have some the writer refer about the illustration of test.
Okay, sir. Paragraph number 2, right, sir? Second paragraph.
Yes, second paragraph. Just line where you have find the writer refer to the illustration of test.
When asked to make simple perceptual decisions such as matching shape, repeated image, for example, people often choose a definitively wrong answer if they see others doing the same. It is easy to imagine that.
Okay, which line? When please read again, Mr. Shaheen, you are not listening. When asked to make simple.
When asked to make simple perceptual decisions such as matching a shape to its rotated image or to its rotated image, for example, people often choose a definitely wrong answer if they see others doing the same. It is easy to
if they see other doing the same, it is easy to imagine that it is mentality would have even more impact of fuzzy concept like art appreciation, where there is no right or wrong answer. So we got the line of test of illustration. They are testing and how they illustrating. Now we can have two choice option, A, B, C, D. Which option is correct? A, B, C, D. You can read the option A, B, C, D. Objective nature appreciation is not matching. The realism of modern art of abstract form is not matching our tendency to be influenced by opinion of others. I think it is matching, or D number common. Our tendency is not. Our tendency is to be influenced by the opinion of others. Now it is matching. Now we can clear again. In the second paragraph, we have to clear again.
You have to read whole paragraph.
Okay.
For example, people.
For example, people choice open are definitely wrong answers. People choice wrong answer when if they see other doing same. That means our conception is doing wrong, following others. Your conception is that doing wrong, you follow some others, that you don't have judgment knowledge. This is wrong, right or wrong. And here it is easy to imagine that the mentality would have even more impact of fuzzy concept like art appreciation where there's no right or wrong answers. So this line is clear, make us clear. If they see people, for example, people choice definitely wrong answer if they see the other doing same. Now we got the answer number C. Same things here in the question, you can have some clue to find answer. Now, please, question number 28. Please read the question number 28.
Angelina Dolan's findings indicate that people.
So stop reading. Now you can have some information. Angelina, person name. Angelina Howley Dolan's finding, that you have to move what Angelina's finding, what is her research. Now, and rest one paragraph, we can find some person named Angelina. Please start reading where the Angelina is. Here you have, please read the line, Angelina's line.
Angelina Dolan of Boston
Third.
College, Massachusetts,
Yes.
responded to this debate by asking volunteers to view pairs of paintings, either the creations of famous abstract artists or doodles of infants, chimps, and
okay.
elephants.
Elephants. They
then
had to
judge which they preferred.
Okay, now we have some idea. If we read the question again, now we have you, and you can some option. Option A, B, C. Angelina Dolan's finding indicate, what did indicate? A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. You can read a number most favorite work of art which they know well, and whole fixed idea about what make a good work of art. Open missile by their initial expectations of work of art, and D, have a ability to prepare and intention behind the work of art. Did you find some information from 4 options, A, B, C, D? You have written in Angelina's statement.
I guess the answer number D, but I don't know how.
Yes, sir. It will be answer number D. Have the ability to perceive the
Okay. So
intention.
where from?
Because it's still that it seems that the viewer can sense the artist's vision in paintings, even if they cannot explain why. So they have the ability to grab the intention behind the work of art.
Creation famous abstract artists of the dolls of infant, chimps, and the elephant. They had to judge which they are preparing, and the third of the painting were given to no caption. Well, many were labeled incorrectly. Voluntary might think they were viewing a chump's messy box when they were actually seeing a Clem's masterpiece. This is enough that the sum conflicts some things. Number D, they have ability to perceive intention behind the work of art. So this is answered, but though it is not clear, but this is the answer. You are not finding clear because you didn't read very carefully. Some word make you confused between the question.
So the last sentence, it seems, I think it seems that the viewer can sense the artist's vision in paintings. Sorry,
okay,
even if they cannot explain what. Yeah, can sense the artist's
vision in painting, even if they are not explained. Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
this
this
one,
line
alright.
cleared
So,
the answer.
so number answer is D.
Yes, G is the
Yes.
answer.
D.
I
Shaheen, you are
think
not,
my
you are not, yes, Shaheen, share your views. What is your confused? What is your confused?
so, I don't know what is my confused, but I think might be my guessing power is so lot. That's why I answer question D.
No, you're not understanding the main theme of the breakdown. Here, the main thing, the Angelina's question is the Angelina's the finding indicate. Her finding indicate that last lines, what did indicate? Believe that it was by the animal to child. It seemed that the viewer can sense the artist's visions and paints even if they are not explained why. This is about the viewers explaining and her finding this indicate. Now you have to answer the first, you have to read the question first very carefully, then you can do better. You can answer, find one. Now we try to other type of questions. The question number 29. Please read the question number 29. Arifa, please read the question number 29.
29 results of studies involving Robert Pepperell's pieces suggest that people. We have to find.
Okay, suggest what is the main point? Results of a study
Robert
involving
Robert Pepperell's suggestion about people.
Yes.
So where you have the line? Where you have the line, Robert?
Fourth
Line where you have
Robert
okay.
Pepperell, an artist based on Cardiff University,
Yes, okay.
creates ambiguous works that are neither entirely abstract nor clearly representational. In one study, Pepperell and his collaborators asked volunteers to decide how powerful they considered an artwork to be and whether they saw anything clear in the piece.
Anything piece, the longer they we can read more things, the longer they
look to answer these questions, the more highly they rated the piece under scrutiny. And the greater their neural activity. It would seem that the brain sees these images as puzzle.
Images of puzzle.
And the harder it is to decipher the meaning, the more rewarding is the moment of recognition.
So now you can have to the choice. You can choose the correct one. A, B, C, D. Which one is correct? Option number A, B, C, D. Can appreciate the painting without fully understanding it. Find it as satisfactory to work out what is a painting represent. A very find satisfactory to work out what a painting represent. A very widely in the time they spend looking at the paintings. Generally prepare representation art of the struggle art. Which one is matching here? I think A, B, C, D. Which one is matching? Find it satisfactory to work out. They're indicating find it satisfactory to work out what is a painting represent. Is it matching? On result of study
what about the number C, sir?
C is the widely is the time. Widely time they looking at the painting. Not they are talking about the widely time is not spending that. It's just
Sir, what about the option A?
satisfactory to walk out. A is not matching. A is the appreciate of painting, not just appreciate painting without fully understanding. No, you have to go to the pieces again. If you are conflicts involve Robert purpose pieces suggest people. I have to go to the question again. Then you can confirm it. And Robert artists based on the California University create ambitious work are neither asked voluntary to decide how powerful they considered art to be, whether art to be okay, here they consider art to be, we got line. They consider art to be and 35% is that the collaboration voluntary to decide how powerful they consider an art to be and whether they saw anything some familiar in the pieces. The longer they took to answer those questions, the more likely they rated the pieces under scrutiny, and the greater their neural activity. It could seem that the brain sees those images as puzzle, the harder it is to be depicted, and the meaning the more rewarding it is, the more moments of recognition. Now, answer is the, I think, is matching. Robert finds it's satisfactory to work out what the painting recharges. I think it is matching. What do you think about? Shaheen, please.
Sir, answer is B. I hope so. I think so, but I have another confusion about the answer C, but answer C is not. You told about it, but answer B.
C is not matching. It is
yes,
just find satisfactory to work out what's painting.
Answer B is right.
Everything is the brain function. Brain function is talking about the brain function. You are confusing because answer is complicated. They are not talking easily. They are not talking clearly. Routinely they are explaining. That's why you are confused. Here they are not indicating some clear information between the question. That is you are facing confusion, and you can have some sort of question here. Now the question number 30 question. You can have the 30 question number 30. Okay, read the question number 30, Sahil.
What do the experiments described in the 5th paragraph suggest about the painting of Mondrian?
Mondrian, what do the experiment describe in the 5th paragraph? We have to solve about the
paintings of
Mondrian. Where you can have painting Mondrian, just read the painting of Mondrian with paragraph.
Yeah, I have said that paragraph number 5.
Which one? 5 paragraph?
Next page.
Okay, 5.1, this one. Okay, this one 5.1. Now read the paragraph 5 and find the Mondrian's about the painting Mondrian's painting. Read the line of painting Mondrian.
Okay. And what about artists such as Mondrian, whose painting consists exclusively of horizontal and vertical lines encasing blocks of color. Mondrian's works are deceptively simple, but eye tracking studies confirm that they are meticulously
They
composed.
are,
They are meticulously.
and it's simply routing pieces, but simply routing pieces radically
Radically
change
changes.
the way we view it. The way we view it with original voluntary eye tended to stay longer on certain place in the image, but with the altered versions, they would, they would fit across a piece more rapidly. As a result, the voluntary considered the altered versions less pleasurable when they later rotated the work.
Rated the work.
So now you can go to the option again for finding correct answer. A, B, C, D. Number A is they are more careful put together than they appear. B, they can be interrupted in a number of different ways. Number C, they challenge our assumption about shape and color. D, they are easier to appropriate than many other abstract work. Which answer we are thinking answer? A, B, C, D. Which one? You got some information in the paragraph.
So in this last line indicate the number answer A.
Last lines, number A, they are more careful put together than the approach. They are more careful put together than they
appear.
Okay, we should read the last line.
Last line, as a result, the volunteers considered the altered version less pleasurable when they later rated the work.
Okay, close the piece of more.
No, it's not matching.
Excuse me?
No, sir, it's not matching the answer. It's not describing the answer. As a result, the volunteers considered the altered version.
So we can read again.
It's about the experiment described. So I think Mondrian's work are simple, but eye tracking studies confirm that they are meticulously composed and that simply routing a piece radically changes the way we view it.
So answer would be C.
No. They challenge the no. This is not the answer.
I think, sir, number is B, sir. B, I think.
No, B is not. They cannot be interrupted in a number of different ways, not matching.
Because rotating up physically change the way.
Color Mondrian work as a deceptive symbol, but eye tracking study confirm that they are meticulously composed, and that simply routing a piece radical change the way we view it with the original voluntary eye tended to stay longer on certain place in the image, but with the altered version they would fit across piece more rapidly. As a result, voluntary considered the altered version less pleasurable when they later rotated the work. I think
number C, answer C.
Challenge
of our consumption is not matching.
Here is nothing about shape and color. It's about the
Here is saying about blocks of color.
Yeah, rapidly changes the view when we alter the version. So it's in between A or B.
A is A, but A is not there clear. A is indirectly here in A. They appear. They more carefully put together, then they appear. Is the last lines. Versions they would fit across piece more rapidly. As a result, the voluntary considered the altered version less pleasurable when they later routed the works, or it is they are comparing something. Color Mondrian's work as a distinct symbol, but eye trusting study confirm they are um, uh, meticulous compose, and the simple routing a piece rapidly changes the way we view it. With the original voluntary eye tended to stay longer to certain place in the images, but with the altered version, they would fit a cross piece more rapidly. As a result, voluntary consider the altered versions less pleasurable when they are rated. That's why it is A. The A is not directly, because indirectly they are more careful, put together than the appears. It's comparing some sort of thing, the more careful put together answers. So though it is not clear, but we have to understand reading the last 2 or 3 lines that they are talking about that more.
Question gives us a suggestion, sir. Question, the paragraph gives us a suggestion about the painting. Sir, that's why they are not much clear about the question.
Yes, suggest they are
But
suggesting
here it's eye tracking studies, so they are meticulously means carefully. It's the synonym of carefully composed,
exactly
and
right.
that simply rotting a piece radically change the way we view it. So we
Right.
like
And
what?
A, okay.
Yeah,
What
paintings.
are so complicated? What are they were using the some complicated word, synonym word. That's why we are
So
not tending to.
meticulously composed, carefully put together, composed like put together. So I think it's the number A.
A, okay. So we have to finish the classes in here. Now I like to suggest you to try. Rest of the question we know, we would try. Rest of the question out there, the fill in the blanks. Oh, okay, we are familiar with. Rest of the question type of that fill in the blank we are familiar with. This is the flow we are familiar with, and this is about the true false not given. Again is the multiple choice. I think you know well. So I like to suggest you to try yourself another reading test at your home. This is about the story of silk, passage 1, and we will try. We can see how many type of question in here. Here the this question is about the fill in the blanks. I think you can do better. Fill in the true false not given. Other passage is the getting great
Migration.
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 Great migration. Here the type of question. And the true false not given. 3 pieces together. I like to know from you how many time you are spending. The question about it is the question is about it is list of the heading, right? Here fill in the blank. Another passage number 3. We can see the question type or list of the heading of fill in the blank. Okay, so I like to know, I like to get your bet in an hour how many questions you are able to correct. We will discuss about the things, but some sort of thing we are facing that, like Shaheen, are not familiar with some common word. That's why you are facing very confused.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shaheen, please.
I am
Your
also
query.
confused about the passage number 3 because they are.
You
using
know,
very
in the
complicated
IELTS
words.
academic, in IELTS academic, IELTS among 3 pages, one is so harder. So for harder pages, you have to spend more time by saving time from pages 1 and 2. But your target is not 9 score to get 40. You may have 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 incorrect. Don't worry. But following the techniques, I like to know from you the score, no score at or in term when you're trying
Sir,
yourself.
yes,
Yes,
it
please.
consumes a lot of time when it's about list of headings. If in a test there is two list of headings in number 1 passage and number 2 passage, and it consumes a lot of time. Also, the matching heading. If
Okay.
like a test in 3 passages, there is list of headings and matching like passage, then it's horrible. Like it consumes a lot of time.
Better for you in 3 pages. If you have 2 list of the heading, you have to solve the ending parts of the pages, not the beginning of the past pages. Or you can leave the beginning, you can leave the heading. Then you other type of question, for example, among 40, you have 10 question list of the heading. Leave this one. Then solving other type of question can come again to the list of the heading. Or among 10, if you are able to correct 5, better for you. If you are able to correct all question, better for you. But the thing is that you have to gather idea about the passage for answering list of the heading. By answering other type of question, gather idea what the passages are saying, what the paragraph A, B, C saying about. And you may not answer all question correct, but try yourself. So this is your task. Task 3. Try yourself to answer 3 passages and tell me your time. How many time you have spent? No matter you have to spend 2 hours, no matter, but try yourself to answering question 40 question. Tell me your time. How many time you have spent? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we have now. Can we finish our class today here, or you have some question to ask me?
Yes, sir. I have a question about
Please.
spelling. Like if I read IRLAND and ISLAND, the spelling, the pronunciation for both spelling. Can you tell me?
Okay,
Ireland, Iceland. Like all the time I heard that island.
Some island, some Iceland. Someone say the island, or some. Could you please explain the IS? Could you please explain I?
Yes, one is we pronounce it Iceland, and the another is Ireland. But when I hear the listening, they say for both island.
Yeah, it's a correct pronunciation is island.
Yes, sir. Yes.
For
Yes,
both?
island.
Sir, I can
Island is the
explain, sir?
appropriate.
If you spell Arifa, if you spell how can you spell Iceland?
ISLAND, and another one is R.
Yes.
D.
ILS.
Sir.
Yes.
No,
Can I tell something about, sir?
Okay, you can.
Sir, ISLAND is island. ICLAND is Iceland.
Is
This is
Iceland.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. ICE is Iceland. Okay, right. Yes. ICE is Iceland. ILAND. Yeah. Please, Arifa.
Iceland, sir.
Arifa,
Iceland
please.
is a country, and island is a part of is a land surrounded by sea or water.
C.
For the Iceland, they
So sometimes pronounce Iceland, pronounce island, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Yes, sir.
And the which I saw for Ireland,
Okay.
we spell Ireland, IRLAND.
Ireland.
the
Yeah.
Ireland.
Ireland.
Yes,
It's a
I-L-E. Okay, I-L-E-N-D, Island. I-R-L-E-N-D, Ireland. I-S-E-L-N-D, Iceland. But sometimes it is say island.
yes.
But it is different. It is different in terms of place. When you mention that Iceland in a place, the Iceland, that means the mountain. When say the some name of the country, they can say Iceland and island, no matter. But if you pronounce like the place is Iceland, you cannot say island. You have to say Iceland in terms of some specific place where there is lots of ice. Lots of ice. You cannot say, for example, in America, and this land is the Iceland, or mentioning the some country name, you can say Iceland island. But when you say some specific place, that Iceland, the land is mentioned as Iceland, that you have to understand the meaning is there is ice. But when you say some country name, Iceland, you can say island, no matter. You can pronounce as island in terms of Iceland. But in terms of the meaning specification, like the some places specific, there's ice, like the island, some island, I-L-E-N-D, or you mention the Iceland. If the name of some place, you can say island. Iceland mean island. But if it is specify some place there where there ice, you have to say Iceland. But for name, for noun, you can say island. For noun, Iceland can be say island. But for the some specific place where there is ice, you have to say Iceland. Have you understand?
Yes.
I think you
Sir,
understand.
island,
Okay.
island is the peninsula, and Iceland is the
Yes.
name of country.
Iceland is name of country. Sometimes if you name Iceland, you can say Iceland or island, you can say. If they represent the some country names, you can say Iceland or island, no matter. Island is peninsula. Island is some.
So the pronunciation is the name of the country is Iceland, Iceland, the name of country, and island is the peninsula, sir. Iceland is the peninsula. This is not the name of country. This is the name of place, surrounding the
place or
sea.
Yeah. Yes. Surrounded by sea or water, or surrounded by the some in the road. You can say island. Or this is called like a mountain island.
Very simple thing.
And Arifa like to know. Arifa like to know. Arifa like to know when they pronounce Iceland in terms of mentioning some noun like a country name. It can be pronounced two way, Iceland or island. Two way can be pronounced.
Yes, sir. I saw like in your listening test.
No, sir. This is different, sir. You are telling, sir, something, sir. I can tell you this wrong. If Iceland is island, no, sir, no, you're explaining wrong, sir. Iceland is island. That is right. The peninsula. I think it's a place surrounding sea or
surrounded by water.
Yes,
surrounded by water.
By the sea, Iceland, and also they mention about a country like Ireland.
No, Ireland is another one country, the west of the England.
Yes, but sometimes we hear that Ireland, they are saying island.
No, maybe
not
maybe
island. He said the Ireland, not island. Island.
They are explaining something different. You listen something different. That's the
yeah, sometimes it happens. So no worries.
Mr. Shaheen,
yeah,
please, yeah. Shaheen, I like to make you clear. Arifa like to know that in terms of some sort of thing that she has seen in the TV or other ways, when she have seen some country name, the right in the Iceland, Iceland, but they pronounce island.
Yeah. Yes, island.
How they pronounce island?
No.
But two is correct. If you pronounce some place name Iceland, you pronounce Iceland is correct, no matter. But when you pronounce some specific place where there is ice, you will be wrong if you pronounce island. You have to pronounce like Iceland, ice place, ice mountain, ice hillside. You have to pronounce ice, but some specific place. But Arifa like to know when she has seen in the TV some title, the Iceland pronounce island. They pronounce correctly because they are talking about some country or some district or some places. Two ways is pronouncing. You can pronounce Iceland or you can pronounce island, but it shouldn't be some place where there is ice. Understand, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have to finish classes in here. Thank you very much for the class today, and I recommend you try yourself. You may have lots of conflicts in terms of readings and learn some uncommon word, reading one after one, reading lots of article, books. Then you will gradually you can do better. Rapidly, it is not possible. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.